Samsung's next generation of foldables is almost here, and the latest leaks give us our best look yet at the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Galaxy Z Flip 7. These new renders, shared by trusted leaker Evan Blass, show off one of the biggest improvements Samsung has made to its foldable phones, a much thinner and sleeker design. Starting with the Flip 7, its side profile looks very similar to the Flip 6. That's because the thickness hasn't changed. It's still just 6.9mm when unfolded. Samsung is sticking to the same form factor here, but that's not a bad thing. The Flip series already has a compact, stylish look that fans love, and Samsung seems to be polishing that experience rather than reinventing it. The real star, though, is the Galaxy Z Fold 7. According to the renders, this phone has a stunningly slim profile. When unfolded, it's only 8.9mm thick. That's a huge improvement compared to the Galaxy Z Fold 6, which measured 12.1mm. To put that into perspective, it feels like Samsung has jumped ahead by more than one generation. The Fold 7 looks modern, minimal, and much easier to hold in the hand, a big win for users who always found foldables too bulky. But Samsung hasn't just trimmed the body and called it a day. The Fold 7 is expected to be just as powerful as the company's latest flagship phones. It'll be running on the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, the same chip found in the Galaxy S25 series. So despite its thinner build, performance won't be sacrificed. Apps should launch faster, multitasking should be smoother, and gaming should be even better. As for the crease, the one issue many foldable users complain about, there's some good news. Rumors suggest that Samsung has finally managed to reduce the crease on the main display, making it less visible and more comfortable to use. Well, we'll have to wait for real-world testing to confirm that. It's a promising step forward. Battery life, however, might be the one area where Samsung didn't push boundaries. The Fold 7 is said to pack the same 4,400 mAh battery as the Fold 6, and charging speeds haven't improved either. For a phone launching in 2025, that might feel a little underwhelming, especially when other brands are pushing 100-watt fast charging. Still, in the bigger picture, the Fold 7 might be exactly what the foldable market needs right now. After a year of slowing sales and fewer exciting releases, Samsung is stepping up with a fresh design, flagship-level performance, and the kind of polish only years of experience can bring. It's worth noting that the foldable space has seen some great phones recently, like the Oppo Find N5, Honor Magic V5, and Xiaomi Mix Flip 2, but not all of these are easy to find globally, and software support remains a concern for many users. Samsung's advantage is clear: global availability, reliable updates, and a user-friendly One UI experience. The Honor Magic V5 currently holds the title for the slimmest foldable on the market. But for users who prioritize long-term software, updates, consistent performance, and ecosystem features like Samsung DeX or S Pen support, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 will likely be the better long-term choice. And let's not forget, Samsung isn't stopping with just the Fold 7 and Flip 7. The company is also expected to launch its tri-foldable G Fold smartphone soon. That device could change everything once again, especially as Samsung continues to push the boundaries of what's possible with foldable screens. It will likely go head-to-head with the Huawei Mate X-T, and if Apple joins the game with a foldable iPhone next year, we could be entering a new era of competition and innovation. Samsung is also planning to launch a Flip 7 Fe, making the foldable experience more accessible to users who don't want to spend flagship money. So whether you're looking for a premium fold model or a more affordable flip version, there should be something for everyone. All three devices, the Galaxy Z Fold 7, Galaxy Z Flip 7, and Flip 7 FE, are expected to be unveiled at Samsung's Unpacked event next month. If everything goes according to plan, they should hit store shelves in August, so if you've been waiting for the right time to try a foldable, this might be it. Samsung's latest generation is shaping up to be its best yet. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is finally starting to take shape, and from what we've seen so far, it makes last year's Fold 6 look ancient. Thanks to a new leak from a Korean tech YouTube channel, we now have our first hands-on look at a dummy unit of the Fold 7 placed side by side with the Fold 6, and the difference is stunning. The Fold 7 is visibly more refined, thinner, lighter, and better optimized in almost every way. When unfolded, the Fold 7 measures just 4.5 millimeters in thickness, a full 1.1 millimeters slimmer than the Fold 6, which was already quite sleek at 5.6 millimeters. For comparison, the Galaxy S5 Edge, which is praised for its slim design, is actually thicker than the Fold 7 at 5.8 millimeters. That's how serious Samsung is about making this foldable not only powerful, but also incredibly thin. When the Fold 7 is folded, it's just 9 millimeters thick compared to the Fold 6's 12.1 millimeters. That's a major design shift. It shows Samsung's efforts to not only improve how the phone performs, but also how it feels in the hand or in your pocket. Foldables used to be bulky and awkward, but the Fold 7 might finally change that perception for good. The display also gets a noticeable upgrade. The main screen on the Fold 7 is around 8.2 inches, up from 7.6 inches on the Fold 6. Thinner bezels help achieve that bigger display without making the device physically much larger. Samsung is promising this to be their lightest foldable ever, so expect it to feel less like a tech brick and more like a premium, futuristic device. One change that's getting attention is the front camera. Samsung is moving away from the under-display camera that was present in previous models and switching back to a regular punch hole design on the Fold 7. This may disappoint fans of the cleaner under-display look, but this decision was likely made to boost image quality. It might not be the most popular move, but if the camera output improves, users may learn to appreciate the change. Another interesting detail is how much the Fold 7 resembles the special edition Fold 6 SE. The Fold 6 SE was a limited release model made to compete with other foldables in the Chinese market, where innovation was moving faster. That model introduced a lot of the same features we're now seeing on the Fold 7, including a similar display size, the punch hole camera, and the slim profile. The Fold 6 SE was 4.9 millimeters thick when unfolded and 10.6 millimeters when folded. So while the Fold 7 does improve on this, it's only by a small margin. The extra screen size of 0.2 millimeters is due to even thinner bezels, but the actual difference will be hard to notice unless you're directly comparing the two. As expected, the Fold 7 is powered by the new Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, the same powerful processor found in Samsung's flagship Galaxy S25 series. This chip brings improvements in speed, power efficiency, and AI capabilities, making the Fold 7 a real powerhouse. But if you already have the Fold 6 SE, the upgrade to Fold 7 may not feel that dramatic since many of the design and display changes were already present in that special edition. When you look at the competition, especially foldables like the Oppo Find N5, the regular Galaxy Z Fold 6 is clearly falling behind. The Fold 7 is Samsung's big move to catch up and even leap ahead. And with Samsung offering 7 years of software support, this device becomes even more appealing for people looking for long-term value. Of course, if the Fold 7 feels too big or expensive, Samsung has more options. The Galaxy Z Flip 7 is another foldable expected this year. It's smaller and more pocketable and will appeal to a different kind of user. In some markets, though, it might come with Samsung's Exynos 2500 chip instead of Snapdragon, which could affect performance depending on your region. There's also the possibility of a Galaxy Z Flip 7 FE model, Samsung's first attempt at a more affordable foldable. This could open up foldable phones to a whole new audience who've always wanted one but couldn't justify the price. And let's not forget what's coming in the future. If you're still unsure about switching to foldables, you might want to wait for 2026 when Apple is expected to launch its first foldable iPhone. But knowing Apple, it's probably going to come with a very high price tag. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Peace out.